Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of Melanated Artist in Performance. Today, I had a great conversation with the Hood Picasso. He is from New Jersey, and we had a great conversation about art's transformative power, discovering his artistic talent, how the art world loves rebels, and sometimes how there is a never ending part to the creative process. If you have a chance, check out his work on Instagram. There are meanings to his messages in his art. In our discussion, we talked about his life and learning from the mistakes that were made and the responsibility he feels to inspire and elevate himself as well as those that are depending on him by providing a sense of hope. So please join me in this episode of Melanated Artist in Performance. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. This is another great episode of Melanated Artists in Performance. And today I will be speaking with the Hood Picasso. He is a visual artist, and we're going to get started with where he grew up. I want to hear his origin story. I viewed his work on Instagram, and I'm just excited to speak to him today. So we're going to get started with just briefly, like, where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. That is my home place. Was born in Elizabeth. My parents had a house out in Broadway since I was probably about a couple months old until 2 years old. Then my parents separated, and then my pops moved to Newark. My mom was kind of a lot of all over the place at the time, so I stayed structured with my pops. So a lot of my structure was in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay. And so as you are growing up,
Right.
how did you become interested in art? Did this something that started in your childhood, or it's something you discovered much later?
Well, to be honest with you, I would scrap draw sometime. Just I'll give you a quick little brief, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was younger and I would just do things, draw and try to line things, and then the creativity would kick in after a few lines that's just being drawn. I can see an image being drawn from it, and
Mm-hmm.
from that, I would create around that creation.
Okay. Okay. When did you discover or feel that you had a talent in what it is that you do?
When people gave me credit. Believe it or not. Because I'll be so honest with you, man. I am one of my biggest and worst critics.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because the work that I put out, I've had several people offer me $5,000 for bags, paintings. I know this paint is about 10 grand. Really? So it just it takes me because one thing I'm learning about art is not what I vision, is what others envision from the art.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
take, it's what you digest, it's not what others, because although you might see the paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll say a million things. Oh, it's that, it's this, and I see this. And the artist will tell you, oh, well, I just was in a sad moment. I just painted this.
Right.
Sometimes we make things in depth, but those are the ones who see your vision beyond your vision.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is the best part of a lot of activity. Um, it's just the thought of understanding that people see in my art what I don't even see, and I think that's what gives me the credibility.
Okay. Um. So, see, I had one question, and then I have like
I
a few questions, but um, I'll probably come back to it. So, did you come from an artistic family, or are you the
blue
the
collar.
anomaly amongst
What,
the
it- what, what,
amongst your
what do they
family?
call? What they call blue collar workers?
Okay.
Union baby, third generation union baby. My parents was union.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Even now, I'm in the union. Beyond just my art, I do construction. So I'm in local three. I'm a union guy.
Okay.
I'm very laborish. I'm hands on with things. I don't come from it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, it came from a great person. You know, we've had a lot of falling outs,
Mm-hmm.
and I think one of our breakups, it was rough on me,
Mm-hmm.
and I just one day I needed to do something with myself. Time, energy was like I got to figure it out. So I said, man, I went to a thrift store and I see that they were selling paintings and stuff like that. So I was talking to my best friend and I said, listen, man, I'm thinking about grabbing one of these pieces and just painting on it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, sure. Yeah, man, try it. So I painted it. It was the first piece. It was my first piece from my page. I forgot the name of it, but to be honest with you, Kyrie Irving actually houses it.
Okay.
So I got lucky with that. But at the same time, it was just it's organic.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is organic that I do. I don't script these things out. I don't have a background. I don't have anything. Now, granted, this might be a little deep in depth. My pops, he probably might get upset if he see the interview, but I'm gonna keep it real. He was a foster child.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't know too much of his lineage in the past and things of that nature. So we can have a lot of artistic backgrounds we just might not know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because my daughter today, I just got a drawing from her.
Okay.
Girl's better than me. It's crazy, better than me. So, but she's a drawer. She draws.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I think when people draw in art, they think it's a little bit more better than painters. They'll argue that to me, right? But
Mm-hmm.
detail in drawing is very more tedious than it is painting,
Yeah.
because painting is the paint itself and the direction of where the paint is trying to get you to understand. But as far as drawing, is that pencil and your tracing and direction of your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
It's different with her. You
Mm-hmm.
know, such an introvert. So for her to be that vocal in her work,
Yeah.
very different. It threw me off.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's got it honest then, you know. She
Yeah.
got it from you.
Yeah. I appreciate that, man. And the crazy thing, my siblings just said the same thing. And I said, man, she's going to be better than me, man. But, you know, trying to keep kids into things nowadays is the key, because you easily drift off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't want to jump off topic. Let's stay here.
Oh no, it's all good. It's
Okay.
all a part of your creativity and who you are. So this, I appreciate everything.
Definitely.
What is your support system like since you have started your art and you know while you're creating?
For lack of better, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm an ex street guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I give hope, guys. I'm getting choked up because I know how much it means to them who watch me from being in the streets to being into the space now. I
Mm-hmm.
give them inspiration. I give them hope. I give them a chance to want to try something better,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because, listen, man, if you go to my rap sheet, 2 felonies in a prison, it's not something I'm happy about. But at the same time, what I do understand is not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yep.
So as I finish this marathon I'm headed to, because I'm 37, I'm not a young spring chicken no more, so I know my time will be coming one day. But
Mm-hmm.
I know what I put out now from here on out, it has to hold weight.
Right.
Not
Right.
just in the street, but mature, let me say, word I'm looking for, mentorage. I want to be able to mentor youth in a space where they can see my story and know that they can come from that and still be able to go where they trying to go. So I'm giving more than just my village. I got a lot of the street dudes that's just expecting me to stay in this space. And I think that's a good thing for me, because it makes me understand the power that I have within the growth that I made. That's the
That is I'm glad that you said that because I believe that other men and male, like young men, need to see grown men, whatever their path may be. You said you were in the street, now you're doing something better. And all of us have a different path as to how we get to where we got. And it's all about the process,
Absolutely.
and I think it's important for you to share like all parts of your story and the process, because that gives other people hope, like you said, as far as like, oh, if he can do it, then I can do it too. I know that there's something out there for me to do. So, and I just think that amongst us and our community, we just really need to be more vocal
Yeah.
men, just saying, hey, you know what, you don't have to go this route. We're gonna support you. We're gonna love on you, and we're gonna help you elevate. We're gonna elevate
Absolutely.
each other, so things can get better amongst us. Because
Absolutely.
I just feel like it's not seen enough, especially in
Right.
this era
Right.
of technology.
Yeah.
We may see it where we are, like individually in our communities, but
Right.
sometimes the technology will help as far as like seeing the elevation of men elevating men, black men, doing their
Right.
thing.
Right. And I think that was the statement I was looking for right there. The elevation, man. I think now it's you know, a lot of our heroes
Mm.
are entertainers.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
We can't really get the young brothers to introduce themselves in this world if we don't give the same respect we give a rap artist to a painting artist.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, because one thing I stand on, man, I don't want to get out of pocket when I say this. I'm very pro-black, man. I'm very pro-black.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds a little, however it may sound. I must leave it there. But I'll tell you this, I'm very pro-black to the fact where I want to make sure that my impact brings on impact of others to come along with.
Yep.
I don't want it to just stop for me. I want it to continue after.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I want to be a part of a group where it's like, yo, Mr. Pierce, Mr. Picasso, he was there, he was doing this, he was making sure we did the, because I still have those in my life. I still
Mm-hmm.
have brothers I still bring up daily. Yo, this guy helped me out, man. I still talk about this to this day. I dodged prison one time, right, through a program I got into.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, the way I communicate, sometimes I can articulate a lot. And it helped me in a program. One time it was looking for fundage. I spoke to a couple people that represented Trenton and things of that nature. When I did so, it helped him kind of reap real benefits, grants and stuff. So he asked me, he said, man, anything I could do to help you, let me know. And I was telling him, I said, well, listen, whatever you're going to do for me is going to be in a short period of time because I'm about to leave soon. I might have to go to prison. He said, listen, don't worry about none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a letter from him maybe a week later, gave it to him. He gave me probation. I never forget something. I never forget. Regardless of the time that I had to do after that process, that was my stupidity by not doing the right thing. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, for somebody to put their neck on the line for me and just, see something in me, I believe in that more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't never get an opportunity to prove ourselves. And I
Yep.
think that's something that we are shorted upon in our community is opportunity. It's
Yep.
never the talent. It's always opportunity.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, you can make a million paintings, but if you don't get the opportunity to be seen, it's just gonna be paintings sitting in your closet.
Right.
So
Right. Right. Um, so let's talk about a little bit about the process of your creativity and how you create things. How do you decide? And you did allude to it a little bit earlier, as far as how, like, sometimes you may seek something and sometimes it just comes organically. But how
right.
do you take that time to draw, create, paint, and how do you pick the material that you want to draw on or create on?
Well, the thing is, I use acrylic paint.
Okay.
That's the first thing, right? So I'll give that. I don't really change that. I haven't. The one I do like most is golden. I think it's golden. It's called. I kind of like that pink. That's that thick pink. But
Mm-hmm.
when I'm looking at a canvas, I don't look at the canvas.
Okay.
Think sometimes it's just things that I think of certain artists. I have a fellow artist I'm very acquainted with. That's my boy, man. His name is King Saladin. He's an
Mm-hmm.
artist out in Philadelphia.
Okay.
It's my guy, man. I always get inspiration from him because he has a way of how he does his. But a lot of that stuff is literally me thinking before I even get to that canvas. So
Okay.
I have a vision of what I see. Now, when I first started, I would just go with what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do music a while back. I had stopped doing it because my religious purposes, it really doesn't allow me to do it. So I had to really stop that. So
Okay.
with that, I would freestyle. I would never
Mm-hmm.
write. Never write. I would Jay-Z a whole song if I could. You know,
Okay.
so it came that way. So now, even watching artists, right? I know another artist, her name Danielle, that's my homegirl. She traces out
Mm-hmm.
and then they paint within the paint of the trace.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not the best drawer. So it's like, even if I draw it, I'm just.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically paint sketch.
Okay.
And a lot of the times, I'm so tedious because of my past and my pops being so strict about everything I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your clothes, fold your clothes, did it. So that's why sometimes it may seem like, oh, he planned this. No, I didn't plan it. This is already here. I just want to see it here.
Yep.
You know, so a lot of my stuff is just really just organic, very organic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, let's see. Is there a time of day that you prefer to work? Or again, is it organic with like, whatever you may be doing?
Okay.
And
It's so funny you
is there a
say
time you
this.
feel more creative?
It's so funny you say this because it really is a time frame. It really
Okay.
is. It really is. I have this notion where I don't like to do it during the day, but
Mm-hmm.
I've had done work during the day. Like
Mm-hmm.
Saturdays, like now, right? It's sunny.
Mm-hmm.
If I wake up, great mood, and I'm feeling to do the painting,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna do the painting right then and there. Come here, let's get it done.
Okay.
Because I know certain details going to take me a little longer. Recently, I have been longer with my paintings. When I first started, I
Mm-hmm.
promise you, I would stay from 8 at night until 2, 3 in the morning,
Okay. Wow.
and the piece will be done.
Okay.
A lot of them pieces that you're seeing was within that time frame. It's
Okay.
just because of recently, I have put more strategy into it. It takes me days now.
Okay.
And I'm starting to notice why it takes certain artists years. Because it's been times where I've had mental blocks
Mm-hmm.
and I have not wanted to touch a canvas for about 3 minutes.
Okay.
It literally just happened maybe 4 months ago. I was in a bad depression,
Mm. Okay.
very bad. It was rough on me. And
Mm-hmm.
I did not want to touch a paintbrush, a canvas, nothing. I was out of work. I'm not used to that. I'm used to taking care of myself. So, a lot of my work doesn't pay my bills. So I have to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So me doing that, I was out of work. I was switching careers. And at that time, I'm waiting for my union to get me set up at another location. It was rough, stress. And I want to be bothered. I wouldn't touch anything.
Mm-hmm.
It just recently came back, and that's kind of one of my saddest too. When I'm in a sad mood, I don't want to I don't want to dive into anything.
Okay.
I take myself away. I'm very bad at that, and it's like it's not always good because some people do need you. And I know how that sounds. You need yourself. But I'm a very giving person, man. I want to give what I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I will pour from an empty cup. Every time.
Okay.
Because I always want to make sure that the people around me got more than me. And it's sad to say, but that's just how I felt at life, man. It's just, I give you the clothes off my back because I know it doesn't mean as much as it means to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about money. I don't care about the luxury things. I've almost lost my life twice. I don't I don't carry the same feelings for things and materials as others do. I
Mm-hmm.
care about what I feel peacefully,
Right.
emotionally. I know some rich people, man, they don't even like being rich.
Mm-hmm.
They're not happy.
Right.
Pure joy and happiness is my key.
Right. Um, it's interesting that for some people, for a lot of people, like what it is that when it comes to creativity, like when you're saying that you were in a depression, that sometimes in order to get out of that depression, they go to something that would be kind of, I guess, in a way therapeutic and,
Mhm.
start drawing. But that seems to be that block is very much like kind of across the board, whether it be artists like what you're doing, the painting, music, people who are writers. Everyone always seems to kind of run into that block at some point. But I think about it and it's like, but if you're outside of that, if that's not your thing, then you know, for people on the outside looking in, it's like, well, just start writing. But it's not as easy as what you think for
Mm-mm.
some folks.
Yeah, because a lot of people think it's the source of your happiness.
Yep.
And a lot of the time, not the happiness that's the source.
Right.
It's the source around the happiness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and
Right.
that's where I'm learning as I'm getting old. I'm 37, man. I'm really starting to understand the diagnosis of life,
Mm-hmm.
mental health, physical movement, being, people, places, and things, mentality,
Right.
character. I am understanding all these things in the makeups of human beings, not a gender. I get sick of
Right.
that. I'm hearing human beings
Mm-hmm.
because your male doesn't make you less of having emotions, or you being a woman doesn't mean exfoliate all of them all the time.
Right.
Sometimes we have to gather ourselves as human beings and adults
Mm-hmm.
because we have to put out a certain character for the youth to idolize after.
Right.
So if you can't control certain beings about yourself, even your sexuality, because listen, I don't knock nobody that want to shake it all the time. Do your thing. But every time in front of the camera, sis, you got to understand what you're putting out as a woman.
Right. Right.
You don't want a man of lust, but you're giving him lustful activity to know him.
Right. Right.
We have to be mindful of our structure, of who we are as a character in this world. We are
Mm-hmm.
dots of a billion people. You don't have to care, but if you care for
Right.
yourself,
Right.
care enough to be the best character you could be.
Right.
You know,
That's
so
true.
that's where I'm at with it.
When you're in your creative mode, how do you know when a piece is when you're finished that it's done?
Never, never. Yo, I've learned that from John Michelle. Oh my goodness. I recently just had a piece and I did it again.
Okay.
It just never ends. John Michelle told me once, he said it, he didn't tell me, but he said in the interview, he had a piece he worked on almost, if I'm wrong, forgive. It was like 10 years,
Oh
maybe a
wow.
little longer.
Wow.
Bruh, I said 10 years, but that's your creativity of what you see within your vision.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I take from he is just, that's why I go as deep as I go, because People see that chicken scratch and they think it's just chicken scratch. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He is in depth in those conversations. If you don't understand the words, read the words, type them into Google, translate it, understand what them teeth about, understand why he focuses on the head. It's a lot of things. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, it's that you would never know when a piece is over. Never.
Okay. That seems kind of torturous, some in a little
Right,
bit.
because that's why. Hey, listen, that's why you got to come and buy them off the art as fast as you can. Come get them pieces, man. Because if I keep it, it'll be a different piece by next month. You'll be like, where that piece go? Oh, that's the piece right. That's not that
Right.
piece.
Right.
Right.
So when you're in your creative, when you're in that creative zone, what is the most exciting or what is the most challenging part of the creative process?
That's a good question. I'll be honest with you. It's to feel that I'm actually putting art on paper. I am not an artist. I hate to say this like out loud, but I am now, but I wasn't at one point. So now it's like, am I doing artistry? My- I had to call my partner, like, yo, man, what you think? Oh man, that thing fire. You sure? Well, art, you never. It's never a perfected thing, but it's so hard because look at so many amazing artists.
Mm-hmm.
So many. I begin to think I'm not supposed to be.
Hmm.
That's just me. And then because I see so many great artists, so many, and I'll be like, man, good enough for that movement? Like, I don't know. I kick myself down. So that's when it becomes, well, I got to start pulling me back up,
Yeah,
you
you
know?
can't compare yourself to other
I know.
people because then you won't elevate
Elevate,
the way that you
elevate.
should.
Yeah, you're right. And you're saying it because this is where the mental health, I think, and people got to understand this too. You have to be crazy to do art.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I talk to myself, I speak to myself, I understand. I'm crazy at times. But you have to be just a little bit
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to be able to put this in the world like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to have uncongressional conversations and unorthodox thinking in order for this to really even play out. Because if your creativity is not given, nobody understands what you're putting out.
Yeah, that's true.
So you gotta be unconventional sometimes. You have to be a little kooky. You have to. This is where weird is okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning and accepting I'm a little weird. And I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Because at one point I wanted to be the biggest gangster in New Jersey. Now I turn around and be the biggest artist in New Jersey.
You're right.
That's the blessing. So
Well, it's all about our uniqueness and uniqueness, weird, and just how you can support, because we all have our quirks. We all have our quirks, whether like you said, you talk to yourself, other people may do something else, or there's always something different that is outside of the box of
right,
whatever the norm is in our society.
right,
And and it's all about how we just fit in it and
yep,
how people appreciate it. Because I mean, people do
definitely,
appreciate it. Because I mean, when I listen, I'm a big jazz lover. However, I do not like avant-garde jazz because to me it just sounds like a bunch of just
yes,
noise. I'm
yes,
more of the lyric. Give me some melody.
mm-hmm.
Maybe add in some words, stuff like
Little
that.
blues or something, yeah,
Yeah, but if you give me that avant-garde stuff, I'm really getting aggravated right now because I at this point in my life, I just don't get it. And there's a part of me where I don't want to get it because I'm just
Right,
like,
right, right, right.
he was
Absolutely.
Miles was going through whatever he was going through, and I'm not here for it. But I will listen to
True.
Porgy and Bess and him playing the trumpet all day, all night.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, that's creatives are unique people.
They are. They are. And they one thing I've learned, man, they go through a lot of stuff. Oh, one of my favorite artists, Sam Gilliam. Oh,
Mhm.
love Sam Gilliam. Love Sam Gilliam. Love his work. I get emotional because I actually cried when he died.
Mm,
I
okay.
love his work. His work is just I've never seen nobody touch grapes like that.
Okay.
To just touch a canvas in general.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to touch drapes, if nobody ever seen a Sam Gilliam, whoever sees this interview, take a hard time and look at Sam Gilliam's work. I would love for somebody to pick an exhibition and just get Sam Gilliam in the museum or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's some of the most underrated work that is not being talked about enough.
Okay.
High pitched colors, the flow of how the dye on the drapes is on, the colors within his pieces. I remember he had one piece, it was color, but the whole canvas was black. But you could still see the color bursting through the black.
Hmm. Okay.
It's different, man. He touches a certain type of art that I've never seen before. And I love his work. And
Okay.
Sam wasn't always there. But Sam was a great artist, man. Great artist. And like I said, it takes a lot of mental misunderstandings amongst yourself in order for you to accept what you are as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
Where
big
was he
thing.
from?
Uh, think if I'm not mistaken, it's Carolina.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I'll have to look him up. I wrote
Yeah,
his name
Sam
down.
Gilliam, great guy, man. Great guy. I looked at a lot of his work. I think it's Carolina. But he's everywhere. I found him in Chicago.
Okay.
Found him in
My favorite
Chicago.
city. All right.
Chicago has a lot of his work. That if you want great art, Chicago.
Okay. I'll be there
People
this
sleep.
summer. I'll have to
People
look that
sleep
up.
on Chicago. Chicago has some of the premier black artists. You're gonna have
Yeah.
a great. I'm dying to go there in Louisiana.
You know, I always tell people in the history in this country, there are certain cities and places that is a world of their own. And I'm a
Oh, don't tell me.
musician.
Don't tell me. Louisiana, boy.
I mean, I've always felt that just no matter what art it is or just whatever it is, Louisiana has always just been its own world within this
Yes.
country
Yes.
because it's just so different.
They have a Basquiat exhibition right now. I'm dying to head out there for it.
Okay.
You hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
That energy
So
in Louisiana is.
yeah, I just I'm gonna get there one day. One day.
I'm with you, my brother. I'm with you. Trust me. I'm with you. I'm with you.
How has your life influenced and helped you in your creativity?
Oh, every way. Every way. Because if I don't make this change, I don't see the art the way it is. If I
Mm-hmm.
don't go through that process of everything I've been through, the getting shot, to getting kidnapped,
Mm-hmm.
to getting thrown in prison, to go through a lot of street journeys. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't get this. I don't get this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to want to change somewhere sometime. And
Right.
where does change come from? Being in bad positions with this spaces that you don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's change our situation. And when I change the situation, Everything is in the right direction. I don't help anyone, don't sell any drugs, any drug. And
Mm-hmm.
I compliment myself because of that, due to the fact of what choices I've said I wanted to make in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because people think drug dealing is not a drug either. You get
Okay.
addicted to the money,
Yep.
and you never want to leave.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
worse than doing the drug itself,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it's the same outcome that it is doing it.
Right.
You could die behind it. Both ways. You go to jail by using it, and you can die behind you.
Yep. Yep.
It takes you to look at yourself in the mirror and understand. And I say this with respect, and I mean this with no disrespect. Excuse me by saying this. What the fuck are you doing with yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You know, after a while, you really got to look at yourself and really say that, because a lot of us don't take accountability and say, we're messing our lives up. We're
Mm-hmm.
looking for a person to point at, whether it be our parents in the past or be our kids that put us in a position to have to take care of our responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You gonna have to look at yourself in the mirror and make a change.
Yep.
Some
Um, when you are creating your pieces, how important is it for the audience to understand what it is, your work?
to be honest with you, you don't gotta understand. Half the time, people love the colors. I can't, if I could keep you into the piece and you give me, because I've had a lady give me that one time. She broke it down, and I said, well, wasn't in my mouth, but makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and again, when people take from it, that's their advantage.
Mm-hmm.
They can see what I put out there, and they can get from that what I didn't even get. That means I did more than what I put out.
Okay.
Because the message, a lot of my pieces is for blacks,
Mm-hmm.
very much so, because I want it to be understood to the fact that they are snatching that history away so they can make it seem like it never occurred.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to get it. But a lot of the time, I'll give you this. My biggest shakeup in my life, I saw Rose Wood for the first time. I
Okay.
was about 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a real feel for what slavery looked like. If nobody ever saw the movie Rosewood, check that movie out. That is a great movie, great movie, because it gave you the understanding of the true situation that happened in Florida that year,
Uh-huh.
when they basically executed the whole town all over one lie.
Right.
If they seen, if whoever never seen that movie, if you see that movie, you will understand the power that I feel behind the stuff that I'm putting out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want them to see what we see. I want them to feel how they feel. You don't want to see uh, white sheets covered getting cracked by that whip. You don't want to see a black man butt naked getting cracked by that whip. But you did.
Right.
So I try to give them the other perspective. Let's see if you like it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't. And that's why a lot of these pieces might not make it to exhibitions.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to see. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want to see Ku Klux Klan members hanging from the tree. They don't want to see the Ku Klux Klan member cuffed to the tree and getting cracked by that whip by that black face.
Right.
The black face. Understand what the black face meant for us.
Mm-hmm.
They put that black face on just to entertain, to discourage who we were as a colored group.
Mm-hmm.
Everything plays a factor in my work. I want that stuff to be acknowledged. I want that black face to be acknowledged. I want that hanging Ku Klux Klan member being noticed and be like, why is that there? I want you to ask your stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
I want these things to be recognized for a lot of reasons because the struggle with the I struggle with it. I'm not going to speak for everybody. I can speak from the I struggle with looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm struggling looking at this stuff, I want to put it out a way where if I can't physically do something, I'm gonna mentally do something.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
Um, and as you're speaking about that, because I'm looking at, what's that piece? So I want you to tell me about the. I feel like it's a series. I don't know if it's a series to you,
Okay.
but like on Instagram, it's like it's basically this,
Yes.
and I looked through that and I was like, it's very detailed, especially if you know your Black history and what
Yes.
we've gone through in this country. I mean, you
Yes.
definitely have hit on some things in the past as well as like the present. With the blackface itself, the
Yes.
watermelon, all the stereotypes that we've been given,
Mm-hmm.
the police, and basically, when I looked at that, I was like, okay, it's in a way for me, it seems chaotic. Although I get the main point of the police and just
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff that's happening, the colors and
Mm-hmm.
stuff that I see.
Yeah.
And I just find it to me, it was deep. And then the one where, you have all the Black people,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
then, you
Mm-hmm.
know, when I saw that,
So,
I was like, oh, I got to ask questions about this one.
oh
So,
man, so that piece, the one with the wings hanging from the trees, right? If you see at the end, there is a picture of a Black man being hung
mm,
around a group
okay.
of white folks.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at that piece, I want you to remind yourself of that piece as well. So
Yep.
when you ask me, why do you got them hanging? I want you to look at the next picture and I want you to ask yourself, why is there so many white folks hanging that one Black man?
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to answer. And when you answer it, that's my answer to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is the stigma is always, oh, it happened so long ago. It's did. But the problem is that y'all holding that in a space still today. You may not be hanging us, but you hanging us.
Mm-hmm.
We can't survive half the time. You putting things in our life. We know what's going on. I don't want to get too in depth, man, but they know what they're doing with social media.
Mm-hmm.
They know how they separating us with finances. They know how they separating us with just with material things. Go to Gucci, buy all the Gucci. Black ass ain't got enough money to open up a business, but we could go spend 1,500 on a bag.
Yep.
An LLC cheaper than that.
Yep.
You want to get? Let's dig deeper. I'm gonna give you deep. They love being mad at the Jewish people, right? I'm gonna give you some game. Oh, the Jews got 15 kids. They all on what is it? Welfare and this and that. We criticize each other just being on welfare. You
Mm-hmm.
Jewish do it faithfully because they running the country off that.
Mm-hmm.
They got about 15 kids all under that one house structure. They get into a city, take over. How they take over? Go through the board of education. Take the knowledge out. And we so quick to be like, what are you always doing? What are you always doing? If we structure together more and more,
Mm-hmm.
we could do the same thing they do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We allow them to take this shit away from us. Oh, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Me and my family good.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Mm-hmm.
your family.
Yeah.
I'm your neighbor.
Yep.
We all fighting that.
Yeah.
This ain't got nothing to do with racism or prejudice. This is just helping you understand, man.
Yeah.
We are unified if we stick together. The problem is we all have our own brackets now. I don't do the broke shit. He was broke. They broke. They got this. They got that. We out here
Yeah.
surviving, man. You ain't got no money for real. If you had some money, you wouldn't be down the block for me. Eaglewood right up the street. That's where all the rich ones at.
Mm-hmm.
South Orange ain't but 10 minutes from me. And they still live in North New Jersey, but they the richest one in the building, though, right? Half of them on subsidized. And that's why I try to make people understand. You're no better. We are together.
Mm-hmm.
You're not better. Let's stick together.
And that goes back to what we were saying earlier about our focus is not on us, and instead it's more on the entertainers, and athletes. People who are not tangible to us. They're not. And I feel we really, this needs to be an era of us not, this needs to be an era that they need to earn our love and respect, because a lot of them came from here, and now they're here, and a lot of us keep thinking, oh well, they'll reach back and help, and they're not.
No.
Not. And I think this just needs to be a thing of like, we don't need them. We don't
Yeah.
need them because we are better. I'm better knowing who you are as an artist. I'm better knowing who my dentist is, the doctor, the teachers, the people that we interact with,
Right.
on a daily basis.
Right.
We're not interacting with the basketball team, the Spurs, the Knicks, the Bucks, and we're not interacting with these people.
Because they're not interacting with us. I
No.
give you a famous line in training day. Me and my pop say this all the time. I always argue with him. He said, "Man, why you ain't call that person?" I said, "Man, I thought of them pops as much as they thought of me."
Mm,
This is
that's
the
a good
thing,
one.
man. When I step out here, like I told you, I'm willing to give everybody my all. I go to
Mm-hmm.
work, man. They be surprised. I'm 3 months into that career, man. They already think I'm a 3-year person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know nothing. I just do my job. But I
Right.
know when I go there, I give it my all.
Right.
So that goes for the same with my people. When I come out here, I'm not here to talk down upon you. I'm here to bring you down, man.
Mm-hmm.
I always walk with a good positive. Hey, how you doing, bro? All right, sister, how you doing?
Yep.
But we in a time now, even if I present myself to a nice lady and she feels some type of way, and, oh, I got a boyfriend. Miss, it's just agreement. How you doing?
Right. Right.
I don't want to have sex with you because I said how you doing now.
Right. Right.
Brothers, hey brother, how you doing? Oh Lord. What's up, bro? How you doing? They're not used to being cordial with one another no more, man.
Yeah.
That Jim Crow thing has took us so far. We're not even comfortable with being cool with each other no more.
Right. Right.
I see older women, man. I hang out with the old. Yo, women always ask me, like, yo, man, you ain't got your grandmother. I take my grandmother to a lot of these events.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, last art event, she had a great time. I take my grandmother to the bar and watch the football game.
Mm-hmm.
I sit
Mm-hmm.
with my elders. I sit with my time with them because my time is expired. Their time is expired.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy spending time with people who don't have enough of it left.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make the best of this.
Right.
And that goes with all of us. I don't
Right.
care who you is. I don't care if you're a bum on the street, if you the richest person in the world.
Right.
I'm gonna stay who I am.
Right. Right. Um, let's talk about the Johnny Depp experience, the official, I think it's called the official People's Artist. How did
Right,
that
right.
opportunity become? available to you?
I was surfing. I came across it, and I tried something.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I am at a space now where I am comfortable because I have another one I'm trying to put in for.
Mm-hmm.
I like these things, but I'm not an internet guy.
Yeah. Right, right.
Can't be up there all day. I say, hey man, vote for me, vote for me. I get tired, man. I got things I'm doing. I got a 12-year-old daughter. I
Mm-hmm.
got family members. I got a bunch of grown men that I look after in a certain way. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I tried it. I did it. As long as he kept putting it to 10, 15, 20, like, yo, man, look, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're either going to pick a winner or you ain't.
Uh-huh.
I, I got a wedding Saturday, bro. You got to figure this out. You feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
I had listened to one artist one time. He made a strong statement one time. He said something. He said, man, I didn't like it because it was competitional and basically jokers had to spend money in order to vote. And I understood his concept behind that. And I understand. I'm starting to understand what certain artists feel a certain entitled because they want to be judged off their art, not judged off their fan base.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to understand that because at one point, me and my ex had this argument one time running over to New York to a gallery. And she was like, why you don't take your art serious? I was like, it happens, it happens. I don't. She got so angry with me. She see this interview, she going to still so I was like, damn, I got mad because I didn't take it serious.
Uh-huh.
I didn't, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It was like, if it hit, it hit. But this is the thing about my life. Everything I ever want, never got it.
Mm. Okay.
But everything I let just happen came in abundance.
Okay.
So I never get too high
Mm-hmm.
and I never get too, oh, this is what it's going to be. This was going to happen. Now, don't get me wrong. I manifest things. I've manifested many times when I've did things in the past. My partner could vouch for that. I told him, hey, listen, man, we're going to do this and it's going to happen. He was like, nah, they didn't. He didn't seem to happen. Like, yo, you're lying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but certain things like this, manifestation is one thing, but reality is another with me. And that's probably why I'm my biggest critic, because I'm putting both of them in a space that doesn't need to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Manifest it, let God do the rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it.
That's the way it needs to be.
Yeah, and I'm learning that.
Let's see. What's the next thing I was going to ask? So how do you inspire, and you talked about this earlier, but still, how do you inspire people to get into art?
By being me, man. Because if you know who I am, you know where I came from. Listen, I got a history out here, man. This should be enough to tell you, man. Listen, what's so interesting about art? Look at the change it made in me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want them to see. I want them to know when they see me, it used to be that, but look at them now.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. I want the perception. I want to stay that way. I want to keep it that way. I want people to be inspired because of my past and where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
Not something I can just tell you and be like, hey, listen, man, you're going to make this out of doing it. Because that's half the time that people do stuff for.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they benefit. I don't make
Right.
these art pieces all the time, bro. I don't care, though.
Mm-hmm.
I go to work every day and I get paid.
Mm-hmm.
My bills is covered. My daughter's fine. Great. Now, if I get a person $50,000 paint now, we talking different. You know what I'm saying? We gonna listen, all the kids outside, everybody get ice cream on me, man.
Right.
Everybody line up. Everybody. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
when I gotta take care of one mouth and I ain't got but a couple dollars, listen. I got two kids right there. Which one of you two want ice cream?
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? But you
right.
inspire by your work ethic and everything that you put in, because when you get there, give it back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning that, man. Take it and we want to go do it. I want to go get the car. Let's go get the house.
Mm-hmm.
When you die, man, the people that lose it,
Mm-hmm.
they don't never understand.
Right.
People leave so much money to a person in the will. If they don't have a direction with that money gonna be blown. That's why when people tell me about generational wealth, oh, I'm gonna leave my kid this, that, and the third. I said, man, leave them understanding. Stop trying to leave them material.
Mm-hmm.
A person can have anything in this world and don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
A person cannot read toilet but know how to use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got jokers out here, they may not can talk their way out of jail, but they can talk themselves in some woman panties. Sick as it may be.
Yep.
Can't talk their way into a job, but can talk their way out of jail.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know, so I want people to be inspired by what I used to see what I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it is. The main avenue from that is just growth.
Mm-hmm.
That means growth is upon us all. That's it.
What piece are you most proud of?
The watermelon man.
Okay.
The watermelon man. I think that watermelon man was the one who really like set the tempo for me, because that was when I opened my doors to being accepting my culture and my art.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
At one point, I didn't want to touch those things because I didn't want to be too politically correct or too difficult to want to work with, or this work right here, man, this thing going to cause an issue, man. And believe it or not, I went into a gallery one day. An older lady, Caucasian,
Mm-hmm.
scared me. So I was telling her about my work. I said, hey, listen, I got art. I wanted to, I would love to try to see if I can put my work in. She said, let me see. I showed it to her. It was the Ku Klux Klan member walking the kids across the street. She loved that piece.
Mm.
Threw me off.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Watermelon Man, loved it, threw me off. And I'm thinking I'm about to get her to be on some, why would you make this? Why would you do this? Why would you? She said, oh God, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so shocked. I'm waiting for the bad coming out. Nothing bad came out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I knew the art world love a rebel. They love impolitically correct artists.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
love them. They love them. They love the ones that make those statements. They love the ones that can talk through their art. And I never really understood that. But now I'm understanding it, so now I'm like, all right, let's put more out there. Keep it
but
going,
see,
man.
your,
As much as possible.
but see, your stuff, your stuff makes sense. I think, and I think also, and I say that because I enjoy art. I enjoy all different types of visual art, paintings, different types of medias, and things like that. And sometimes stuff is just. I've seen some stuff, and I'm like, I cannot believe that this is
Right.
art. And I understand what you're saying as far as just being black can be controversial. Our existence always seems to
Right.
be causing some kind of controversy. um but your stuff, especially that series, it is telling a story that they keep trying to erase. um it is telling our truth that they keep trying to erase.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it, to me, yeah, somebody's always going to look at it and be like, well, that's so controversial and so offensive. And it's like, yeah, but what has been done to us is
It's
offensive.
been controversial. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So then when we actually speak on it or express it or create it, it's always going to be some controversy. And it's like, but you have to think about, but y'all are never thinking about the source of where it came from. The source of all this, of this creativity that is happening and has happened, is because of our pain. As screwed up and as messed up as it is, you know, this creativity is our truth.
True. You ain't lying.
So to me, what the pieces that you create
Hmm.
is telling a story. It is telling our story. It needs to be told because they keep trying to erase it. Whether it be 2026 or 1936,
Right.
it is
Right.
always, it's like there's always been this concerted effort to try and erase what.
They're yeah. What they done.
Right.
I'm gonna say it out loud. Yeah, because that's exactly what they do. And listen, it's sad because my pops, man, he came to me recently. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or what, man. I always say this to jokers, but I always bug out with a lot of people. I said, man, you catch your most radicals being the light skinned people. He's
You
a,
know what? That is so true.
I said, yo, my pops hit me. He said, man, I'm looking for one of them political radicals. I said, pops, what's wrong with you, man? So what you got going on, man? You went to Black Panthers? What's going on, man? I said, nah, man, but I understand because I understand their frustration.
Hmm.
They wanna those jokers are the ones that you get at a certain age, and they always had it to really want to lash out on that group, but they didn't
Hmm.
have the group to lash with them. So
Hmm.
he looking for that group to lash with him, and I'm like, look, man, jail ain't where you want to go at this age, man.
Right.
Them young boys gonna rough you up in there now.
Right. Right. Right.
They gonna take you that canteen. Give me that.
Right. Right.
I said, you old, man. They're gonna jump on you now. But listen, all jokes aside, I always remind people that what you said is correct. They want to take it away from us because they don't want to acknowledge it. You got to acknowledge what you did to us
Hmm.
so you can understand why we are still coming at you that way.
Hmm.
That's not right on both ends. We ain't gonna make it seem like two wrongs gonna make it right.
Hmm.
Because that's really what it is in a sense. We all have to look at a positive being and start recognizing that's how we need to approach life anyway.
Hmm.
But from a realistic perspective, yeah, nah. We got to remind them sometimes because they reminding us that it doesn't exist. But we have to remind them it happened already. So don't try to take away what happened.
Hmm.
And please stop throwing sugar on shit because I don't like the
And me personally, I'm tired of the narrative of it happened so long ago. And I'm
yeah,
like,
that
you
all
know
the
what?
time.
That's relative. I look at that as relativity because as long as we are the ancestors are existing and we are the result of our ancestors, it
Yeah.
hasn't happened that long ago. And it hasn't happened that long ago for them either. Because that picture, that same picture that you talk about where the black man is hanging in that town square, somebody's relative is alive right now
Still,
that can
because
talk about,
understand. You seen kids out there, right?
yep, all those kids that were out there are either grandparents or great grandparents, and they have produced more children, and they have talked about that moment in time.
Thank you.
So there's no way that you talk about, well, it happened so long ago. No, it didn't. It did not. It didn't. So
Still
there are
fresh.
people that are um, in their 40s and 50s
Yeah.
that are only one generation away of having a grandparent or a parent that was born back then,
Right.
because our relatives had lots of kids later on in life.
Factual.
So we're only one generation away from those moments. So Yeah. Sorry, I went on a tangent there.
No, you was right, man. I'm with you. I'm with you. I had to sit back and take it in too, man.
um, if you weren't in art, what other career do you think that you would be in?
What I'm doing now, construction. I think, and I am Muslim, so when I say this, Allah gave me an opportunity to do both that I'm enjoying.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I get to
Mm-hmm.
spend time doing art when I get out of work. I don't feel comfortable if I don't work. I can't take a day off. I don't care what nobody asks me to say. I don't take days off very well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a day off and be mad that I missed the money. That's how bad I am. So I'm trying to deprogram myself from being like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing both.
Okay.
Weekends, I get to dress up, put my stuff on, and step out the house. And
Uh-huh.
during the week, I get to be the masculine man I always say I am. Put my
Okay.
hammer to the test and smack that wood with that nail. That's it.
Okay.
It's my
Okay.
thing.
What's next for you? Do you have any upcoming projects?
I do. I'm working on another exhibition. To be honest with you, I want my own. I would love to get one. I'm
Mm-hmm.
working on a few opportunities to get into a couple other contests to try to be able to put forth my art.
Mm-hmm.
July 18th, there's supposed to be an event on Treat Place over here in Newark, New Jersey, on Treat Place, downtown Newark, New Jersey. They're having an art event, the whole block party.
Okay.
If anybody's available, if they're in this location who has seen this interview, come on down. I'm trying to be there. If not my art in there, basically I'm going to be there to try to present myself and my artistry.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be a lot of dope artists out there. I wanted to go to Black Boy Art today out in Brooklyn. I wanted to run over there. I got this wedding to go to. So in New York is hectic. FIFA, Knicks game 5 is everywhere. So I'm kind of like, New
It's a
York
whole
ain't
lot.
gonna have me out there, have my shoes off my feet running from people.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
So, but that's my plan. Few more shows is definitely what I'm after. But to be honest, I want to put more pieces together. I want to be able to put more structural pieces together in order for I can really touch an exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to be worthy of an exhibition. A lot of people feel like I need to be in the finish line. I'm really enjoying my journey at this.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever time it is behind this art, I'm gonna spend my time doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
when it
Love
comes
it.
about, it comes about. Shit.
Yep. Yep. And then last question. What do you do in your free time and what brings you joy?
Spending time with my family, man. I think a lot of us don't take that time and enjoy it enough.
Mm-hmm.
We put our family to the back more.
Mm-hmm.
We try to spend more time with friends and taking trips and things of that nature, but we never give our time to our grandparents. We never give our time to our kids enough.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us still want, at the age of 30, want to have fun. I'm in a mature space now. I want to own a farm and raise animals. I
Mm-hmm.
don't I want a section for my bees, and I want a section for my brother to be able to grow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I've lost the dream for the Lamborghinis and the big house mansion, as it doesn't suit me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What I want is peace and tranquility. Shit.
Okay. That's good. Those are all great things that you need. Um, and that's wonderful. I was gonna say, use that. You said you have one child. She's
One
12.
child.
I was getting ready to say, you say you're not good with technology. Use her.
Yo, listen, that girl is a beast with this stuff. Oh my goodness. She
Hmm.
clowns me every time. Dad, how did you not know that? You gotta be mindful with your kid now, nigga. You might slip up and say a word that you ain't want to say to him. And say, like,
Right.
oh, baby, watch this now. Hold on, slow down.
Right, right.
Daddy don't know. I'm a little out of touch.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? But my baby, she's so strong. Quick story, man. That girl, very little TMI with this, but when she caught her first period,
Mm-hmm.
she never told anybody. She Googled it.
Mm. Oh wow.
That
Okay.
girl, beyond me sometimes. Beyond me. She's very caught into who she is, and she's very accepting to the person she is. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely getting her to teach me more than what I know.
Yeah, because this generation, they were born with the phones in their hands.
Right.
So, and with
Right.
having your limited experience, knowledge, whether it be on purpose or not,
Right.
you
Right.
because I mean, I'm a middle school teacher, so I kind of have to stay. I'm forced to stay in the trend somewhat
Right.
because my students are
Right.
always, look at this, I can do this, show me, and I do get interested in
Right.
their minds, because the young mind is always going
Yeah.
all the time.
All the time. All the
um
time.
but yeah, with the things that you are doing artistically, you know use her and just be like, look, I need this done, can you do this? And I
Yeah.
guarantee you, give her 10 minutes, she'll have, you'll
Yo,
have a whole movie.
you ain't lying. You are not lying, man. That girl has given me so much with just giving me the understanding of internet, electronics. And that girl, she pulls everything up from me, but she does. One thing about her, she's a researcher. She gonna
Hmm.
research everything she looks for.
Hmm.
Everything. I don't care if you told her something, you better be correct.
Yeah.
She will dub back and let you know where you wrong at, and she gonna give you a whole breakdown.
Yep.
That's how
Yep.
she is, man. So, but yeah, I'm definitely get her on point.
All right. Well, this has been another great episode of Melanated Artist in Performance. I am
Awesome.
Titus. I had a great pleasure of speaking with the Hood Picasso, and definitely look forward to his works, the new projects that he's working on. And if anybody's out in the New Jersey area, watch this episode and go and see him and go and look at his work and just go appreciate all the wonderful things that he's doing.
Definitely.
I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to present your origin story, and just I appreciate also just you sharing your talent with the world. So, because
Thank
it
you.
is needed, and we need to continue to elevate each other.
And I appreciate it, man. I thank you for giving people as myself and such as myself an opportunity to express, tell, and just give a storyline behind what's given. Because we don't get a chance to have a voice a lot of times. A lot of people don't be wanting to hear the artist. Who created that? Let's hear what he got to say. They don't always push that. So you giving that opportunity and platform, I commend you. I appreciate you, and I want to thank you hands first. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
So, everybody, you all have a good evening, morning, and afternoon. And until the next episode, this is Melanated Artist in Performance.